Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to All the Mods 10. I do love the bee armor, but I think it's time to retire it. We've been wearing that for like 25 episodes or something like that. It's just cosmetic. And this personal shield that the Wyvern chestplate gives us actually is really, really cool. So we're going to be using this for a little bit. Oh, it's a baby dragon. That's what just made that noise. That that was weird. Like all of a sudden, I just heard the little squeak. I thought it was a phantom for a moment. I was like, I don't think those things make noise. Anyways, I should go sleep. Actually, I don't really want to deal with phantoms. Anyways, last time we were getting back into Draconic Evolution a bit more. So yeah, I still think the guide for this mod needs some work, but it wasn't quite entirely the mod's fault with some of the stuff I was just missing. Although, I still cannot figure out how to use the energy transfer things. I think the wrench from this mod is supposed to have a different mode, but for some reason I can't change modes. And so, something's not quite working properly with it, but it's not entirely the mod's fault. It is, at least in part, I just don't like the guide, although it is also just my fault too. Anyways, we made it up to the Wyvern tier fusion things, and we made the chest plate, which now has the Undying module, it has the shield control module, and large shield capacity, as well as regen and just energy modules, so it can hold some power. And it does work perfectly fine with our flux network, so we're constantly being charged up, which is all really good. Anyways, today, um, I think I'm going to work towards getting to the next tier, and I do want to make the bow and the sword and give them some upgrades. And depending on how long all of that takes, we're going to probably attempt getting another shot with the Draconic Guardian or whatever it's called. So, building the reactor. Okay, you need chaotic tier before you get this reactor thing, so that's not happening yet. Although I'm going to assume that's like super, super good energy. I think I've seen this. I haven't actually watched much of Draconic Evolution. I just know it's really popular. But I've seen this reactor setup before, so that's cool. That might be our energy source when we get it for everything. Um, is there any other of these that we want to make real quick? Or are we just trying to jump to Draconic tier stuff? So we have all the Wyvern tier ones we're going to need. It is basically just the Awakened Draconium that we're missing, which currently I am at 4 blocks and 29 ingots, which goes up to 7. And then I have a bit more Awakened Draconium essence that we made as well with this. Um, I'm just turning as much of it in as I possibly can at this point. And that makes these and 7. And just do that. Oh, plenty of draconium ingots, but awakened's another problem. We can make 7 right now. Yeah, 7 of these, and here is 7 of these, which I believe is technically enough for some of what we want to do. Um, 7. The Draconic Sword requires 8, so no, we would need one more block of the stuff. Which I think I can do real quick, right? I need 4 more of these. I have exactly 1 heart left. So 4 of these, 6 Draconium cores, and the Draconic Heart. Draconic Heart, Draconium cores, right there. I'm going to need some stuff for them. Diamonds and gold, I believe. Am I missing something, or is that it? That's it. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And with that, we can just go ahead and auto-craft 4 more blocks. And I guess from there, we're just going to craft. Cool. Then we're going to upgrade all of this stuff first. I don't... Upgrade everything. Hold on, did that say... where's the recipe on that? Oh yeah, it is 2 and the heart on one side. Cool. Wait. So the... Okay. So as long as you have 6 Yeah, as long as you have 7, it doesn't look like it really matters where they are. As long as there are 7 of these somewhere in this cross pattern with the right materials, it will work just fine. That makes it a little bit easier so I don't have to keep track of it. Our wandering traveler friend was also just enjoying the show, I guess. Anyways, to get to the next tier, we need to keep 4 on one side and 3 on the other. 1, 2. So, where is it? Where did I put those? There they are. So, for the next evolutionary stage, let's just save this recipe. Wyvern cores, diamonds, and the blocks. So that's all good. Wyvern cores are... I thought I had... Oh, I do have one more. Nether stars and those. I have infinite nether stars. I just need to grab them out of the machine or out of the chests. So, let's just make one real quick, and then we'll go do the rest. 4 of these. Just make that many for now. And recipe this. 2 more. Cool. Now 3 of them. I only need 2 per, so that means I should now be able to go like so. Cool. And the first one is crafting. It's going to take a while for me to get everything together for the rest of these, but I should have enough materials. I'm probably going to end up being short on draconium, so I'm either going to have to go mine more, go smelt more, because I think I do have another stack or so, or just wait around a bit. So, let's see the first one finish going. There it is. And now I need to do that 7 more times, so I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so I managed to make 5 of them before running out of draconium, so here I am in the end, just collecting a bunch more. Up to almost 800, so we do have a decent chunk. But each of these things requires 2 wyvern cores, and each wyvern core is 20. And I need to make 3 more. So just like 120 out of that 760 just instantly dissipates before we can do anything else. Like, you need a whole bunch of this stuff. But anyways, since I'm in the end and we know we have a super strong opponent that we can actually test it against here, might as well give the baseline shield a bit of a trial by combat, or a bit of a trial by fire, quite literally in this case. But let's say I get this Enderman to hit me. You can see there, the shield takes 7 damage. It's a little bit blocked off by this spell list, but not too bad. So 7 damage went straight to our shields. I'm not entirely sure where that number comes from. Do I know? Is that how much damage Enderman usually does? I mean, maybe. Maybe that's like... I think Endermen usually are like a 3 hit if you don't fight them carefully enough. So it could make sense that they do 7 attack damage. But anyways, after a few seconds of not getting hit again, our shields regenerate, and then I wasn't paying attention, so it's actually a little bit faster than I thought it was at this point. But still, you take a hit, you lose a little bit of shields, and then it takes a little bit to regenerate if you're out of combat not taking damage. So this is just the most basic of shields we can get. Or not technically, we have the large shield capacitor instead of the small one. But yeah, obviously we're going to get much, much better as we upgrade further. But I think it would be nice to see like a baseline of what this shield looks like in actual combat. So let's head on over to our death marker. I believe this one will do. Yep, and here's the Chaos Guardian. Eventually, it will launch an insta-kill unavoidable laser. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to see if there's any hope against right now. Come on. I need this thing to launch fireballs or something come on. Do any attack whatsoever? Are you just going to fly around like that? Something tells me... Dang it. It did not fire anything until I was away from a crystal. Come on. Come on. Having to rely on an AI that will not play balls in order to do anything in a fight does not make me like the fight. And there goes my dog. Is this the laser beam? Come on. I It's not the laser beam, this is just an attack. Ow, invulnerable for a moment because of undying. Oh, yep. So we can see, baseline shield, not very good. It cost all of our energy. We ended up losing undying, which will come back after, what, 20, like 2 minutes, I think? I don't remember. Yeah, 2 minutes. Anyways, dog. 3 hours later, I am back. My cousin came over, and I wasn't really expecting her. Anyways, I should have left the game running while I was away so that this thing would build up a bunch of extra essence. But I didn't. I didn't even think about it. So, here we are. I'm just smelting up what we already have. Currently at those... Oh, little bits of lag all of a sudden. Wasn't getting those before I popped away. Anyways, I'm still missing 6 wyvern cores. That's what that's all I need, right? 6 wyvern cores? Are we okay, game? What is going on all of a sudden? There we go. I think the game's feeling a little bit better right now. Anyways, last 3 Draconic Fusion Crafting Infusers built up. I'm just going to leave them like this for now. I'll replace the last 2 later on. We did figure out that it doesn't actually need to be 4 and 4, so that's pretty nice. Anyways, from here, I already collected, I think it was just a couple extra nether stars. For chaotic tier, we need to kill that dragon, so that ain't happening until we're a little bit better off gear-wise. These move more energies, but still can't figure out how those work. The Draconic and Chaos Core. I know it's Wyvern tier, so why is it Draconic item here? You need to get it in order to get a Draconic tier, you need Draconic Injectors. To get Draconic Injectors, you'll need Draconic Cores. See why they're here now? No, because you don't actually need this for the Draconic Injectors. Cool. This guide seriously needs fixing. Like, this is useful for chaotic tier stuff, and you can make it to make you can use it for the Draconic Staff of Power. But as far as I can tell, the Draconic Staff of Power, like these things are just Paxels. Sword, pickaxe, and shovel instead of having everything in it. So it's cool. Is it actually better, though? I don't know if it's actually better or not. We're going to need to make one of those for that, but I think that's basically it, right? Oh no, you do need draconic energy capacitors or controllers, iron cores and things. Cool. We want to make draconic tier stuff. So we have the draconic thing. We want the draconic chest plate first. That's the most important thing right now. So for netherite, for netherite, 2 awakened whatever, words are hard. So we want 4 of these things and 2 of these. It's still weird that I actually have to specifically break them up like that. It's just like a little bit of extra stuff that, why? Anyways, 4 netherite, 2 of those things. We just need a wyvern core, which, do I still have one? No, I have wyvern energy controllers, not wyvern cores. So need 4 more draconium cores. 1, 2, 3, 4. And for like so, we now have another wyvern core, meaning we're just missing. Am I miscounting? 3, 7, 8, and I currently have 6 filled up. Oh, I need to do 1 more for netherite. That's what I'm missing. So cool. All we are missing at this point is the what's it called? The Draconic Energy Controller. So that's 4 energy, 4 Awakened Draconium, easy. 4 Wyvern Energy things, we currently have 2. Yes, need to make 2 more of these, which is just another Draconium core and 4 blocks of redstone. So at this point, it's basically just making some of the same things over again and just duplicating them a bit. So I need 2 of these things, which means I'm going to need to do that 1 more time. Like so, and like so. Cool, so there's 4. Now we just need 1 Wyvern core, which is 4 more Draconium cores. Thankfully, I'm smelting up more Draconium, because otherwise we're out. And, yeah, this is This is just basically how this is going to go from now on, isn't it? Make Draconium cores, upgrade them into Wyvern, into later and later end stuff, I think. Um, so just that, missing one Wyvern core, got it. And that is used for the Draconic Energy Controller. So, I believe this is it. Put that there. And I don't know if I have to do this, but just in case, I'm going to remove these things. Some of those diamonds can go away for the inventory space. No idea if that was actually necessary. But crafting up into the Draconic chestplate. And from here, I believe that this sort of upgrade is just going to give extra spaces. Upgraded version of the Wyvern chestplate. It doesn't actually say in what way it's upgraded. It just says it's upgraded. I'm assuming extra spaces. Maybe it has... there's no stats or anything on it that makes it seem like it's upgraded. Slot body. Hold on. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't realize that. So it no longer has like the cool shield part. Oh, hold on. Is that extra space? 8x6 Draconic. Energy module, all that stuff can just be tossed in there. Okay. So in fact, if I wanted to switch back to the B armor, I could still be rocking it, and it would just give me like the special effects over it. Okay. Real glad I saw that by accident. I guess we don't have to retire this stuff just yet, and we get to keep wearing the cute bee costume. So there's all that, and that. So now, well, I guess you can't really see the chest plate very well over the shield thing. But now we're a bee with a shield. No, I think I am still going to retire the bee gear. It's very cute, but we've been wearing it forever. Maybe there's another, like, cute wearing looking costume that we can go find. But for now, this just gets to be hung up, just looking cute there instead. And I think I'm just gonna do this, hide that armor for now. I think I like this look better. But this makes the Draconic stuff so much better than I realized if I can just wear our normal gear on underneath it and still have the personal shield. Is this still counting for 8 armor? Like, if I take this off... Okay, like the +8 plus... the +8 armor +2 armor toughness doesn't really seem like it's taking effect anymore. But it is a personal shield, plus our other really good armor here, so that's just great. Anyways, we need to beat... Why did I not get... There we go. Now the quest is complete. That was a bit strange. Why didn't I get that at first? Free Draconic Energy Controller, so I don't have to make it. Very nice. Actually, we got 2 of those. So that's used for the stabilizer. It's used to turn Wyvern tools into Draconic. What do we want? We want the bow and we want the sword. So 2 of those things, super good. That's exactly how many we wanted. Have the netherite, have the draconium, just need to make a few more wyvern cores. And that's just making a couple more of those and some wyvern energy controllers. Yeah, I can do all of that just fine. So, am I gonna have to smelt up more of this? Probably. There's very little chance that that's actually going to be enough. So smelt up another few stacks of this, like so. Inventory management is looking pretty rough. What are we missing if we want to just make the sword first? Let's go ahead and save this recipe. And we are going to save the bow recipe. And then we're going to save the upgraded versions of both as well. And then I guess after these are made, we can start looking at upgrade modules. So for this, let's see. We're missing a diamond sword, a draconium core, and that. For that, the energy relays, a regular bow. Okay, so 2 wyvern energy controllers, and 2 draconium cores. And then these things are super easy. Hey, look, if you take a wyvern core... Wait, I already knew that. That's the only recipe for actually making those things. Although I do need to save them. Draconium core. Just make 4 of these. We're gonna need them eventually. I mean, there's that. 2 of these, which is 1 of these, which is like so, and like so. And then these are used for the crystals. There it is. 2. I'm going to need 4 of these, so there's that. And I believe that's almost everything. Just the diamond sword. Yep, I'm just going to need a diamond sword and a regular hoe real quick. So there's that and that. So pretty painless, pretty simple. Already had everything. It's just putting a lot of it together right now. Upgraded bow, upgraded sword. We're also going to need to go ahead and upgrade uh, our modules. We're going to need to get way better shielding and better shield regen. So we're making good progress right now. I'm starting to feel pretty good about it. And hopefully we can upgrade to Draconic tier shield stuff right now. Actually, that looks relatively simple, and this can be upgraded. Yeah, make 5 of the basic shields into 1 of them. And, yeah, it's 1-to-1. You just need all that extra stuff. So I can just take this one, turn it into that, and then turn it back into 5 little ones, and then into 1 big draconic one instead. So there's that. There. Oh, I need another wyvern energy controller. Oh yeah, I needed to make 1 into the things, but I did have the resources. And then I'm going to have to keep switching between them. Now I need gold, and I keep needing to open up every single menu. We can do everything. It's just a lot of menu switching, since we can't just do most of this in a crafting bench. Anyways, that's Onium Core. There it is. Go ahead and go ahead and make this wyvern bow. And then if we want to make that, we just need 2 more wyvern cores, and I believe that will be it. So 2 more of you is 8 more of you. I'm gonna need to pull out more gold. I'm basically out of gold. I have plenty to smelt up, but it needs to be smelted up. 1, 2, 3 gets us 8, which all gets upgraded into wyvern cores. And now we can go ahead and get the upgraded versions of these. Draconic bow, and then I'll do the same thing to the wyvern sword. And then it's time to start looking at modules. So I'll just see when this is done. I'm just sitting here. Okay, it is a little problem with this mod. Things on the hotbar just don't have animations, or don't have models, so the only reason I know that the bow and the sword is there is because when I open the inventory, they pop back up. If it wasn't for that, they would just be straight up invisible and I wouldn't know they existed. So, the bow, it looks really cool in the hand, and so does the sword. Um, the animation in the offhand leaves a little bit to be desired. I was kind of hoping for something a little bit more than that, like some sort of actual holding animation. But in the main hand, they both look real cool. So we got some very powerful new gear. That's not how you would hold a sword in your offhand. So how are we going to go about upgrading these and getting some better upgrades for our armor as well? At Draconic, let's do this instead. So, obviously we're going to try and get the large shield capacity module, which, let's just do, oh, huh? But why would you go for, oh, I can do that to click between them, that's good. That'll explain why it exists over here then. So if we're gonna take that out, we know that this can instantly be crafted back into 5, although it does take Draconic, of course, to put it back in. Anyways, we need 5 of these. And these all get upgraded with a Wyvern core, a Draconic core, and all that stuff. So, how many of these can I make right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to need 5 Wyvern cores as well. 1. Make as many of these as possible. And now I'm out of Draconium ingots again. Yeah, you need so much of this stuff. I'm probably going to need to make more seeds for growing extras, because I'm just going through them way too quickly. So, 2 more of these, and thus we have all 5. And then we need 5 of these. 3, 4, 5. And now, where did it go? Upgrading these into this. Need to grab out some extra netherite. Just do it in here instead. So, these get upgraded like so. Upgrade all 5, and then we need 5 more, or 4 more Draconium cores. 1, 2, 3, 4. And like so, we've upgraded all 5 of those into a large shield capacitor. Let's see, shield operating cost 1.3 a tick. 2 by 2, 250. Same shield capacity. Yeah, 50 shield capacity across all of them. Shield operating cost. Shield recharge, 0.3, 200 seconds at 8,000. Shield recharge isn't listed. Hold on, do I even want... I don't even think I want to do that. Hold on, I think what I want to do is put 5 of these in there. Oh, as a baseline we have 5. But if I just go like this instead, it takes up 1 extra space. Shield operating cost 3.25. There's the 4. Shield capacity. Yeah, I think that's just better. It doesn't cost the extra resources, and I think it's slightly cheaper, all for 1 extra space taken up. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then I also want to upgrade to this shield recovery thing. I don't know if we need the extra power right now. Okay, it looks pretty simple. It's just a single Draconium core, some netherite, some of the other stuff, and then all that stuff for everything. So, 1 of these needs 1 more Draconium core, and thus this gets upgraded as well. Although this, we're probably going to want to make it 2 of these instead. The better recovery would be very nice. There's that, there's that. Oh, it's free Draconic core. Haven't even made any of those. And in turn, that gets us something. We made the sword. We've made this stuff. Cool. So, we also want to upgrade the Undying thing, probably. Another one of these, netherite scrapped module cores. You know what, there are so many modules and so many little bits and bobs I need to make before I can make even one. I might just make a list of them and just start going through what ones I think are most important for us right now. So, yeah, I'm gonna duplicate this one. We've already seen me make it once. I just need the inventory space. Okay, the shield recovery thing is duplicated. That should be faster. Also need to upgrade the shield control module, because as a baseline, upgrading this doubles the amount of, or halves the amount of time that the shields come offline. So, that's pretty important. Also, I forgot that I actually need to make energy modules for the other tools as well to actually make them usable. So, energy module on you, and an energy module on you. All that stuff should start charging up no problem. Oh, and it looks like when it actually has power, you can see its image, maybe? I'm not entirely sure why the bow is suddenly partially visible, but the sword still isn't, but oh well. Anyways, this needs this back in here, and our shield should now be way better than it was before. Yeah, like, I think that's almost a double capacity. double recovery speed, if not better, and double and halved cooldown, so much better in my probably. Um, shield capacity 50. Okay, it looks like only a couple of things say you can only have one. So all that's good. Now we need to upgrade the bow and the sword. Um, the sword, I think we're just going to give. Yeah, the sword, we're going to give as many damage module updates as possible. That's 2 potions of strength. That's potions of strength 2, and then it's 2 per 1. So, that's just, I mean, it's basically fitting 2 of these into 1 spot. So, this thing is plus 8. Is it also 2? Yeah, plus 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 4, 8. And is this one just 16? Yeah, that one's just 16 as well. So essentially, it's all the same. It's just how many you can fit in there. So like if you filled up every single slot with one of these, obviously it's going to end up doing more damage than filling every slot with this. But it's playing by the same rules. Each one of these is just, it's basically, yeah, words are hard. Whatever. So more of these, it's it's just having the amount of space they take, not actually making them do more damage in comparison. Um, what do we want? I mean, obviously we're going to make some damage multipliers at least. And I kind of want auto fire. I would love I would love whatever it's called, infinity, but I don't know if there's actually a module for that. Doesn't look like it. What's projectile thing? Um, oh, that just makes arrows not go wild? That would be nice as well. Um, actually not that expensive. Any arrows and all that stuff. Cool. That just makes them go through things. This one. Actually, we could make this. We have awakened draconium nuggets now. So auto fire, projectile damage as much as possible. This plays by the same rules, where this time we need a splash potion, tipped arrows. Yeah. So basically, I'm gonna need to brew a bunch of strength potions, make some of them splash for the bow. So I can do all of that. It's just going to take a little bit. Strength potion is not glistening melon. What's strength? I can't remember right now. I'm gonna have to look this up. I forgot I had this cauldron up here that makes making potions so much easier. It's just well, I need strength to splash so that I can actually make the bow versions. But actually relatively easy for all of that. To just put some netherite, not netherite, this dog. All I've heard for the past like 4 days is that dog just constantly going off at nothing. Anyways, yeah, just put some nether wart. That's what it is. Words are hard. Nether wart, a little bit of blaze powder, and some gunpowder and glowstone in, and we got a bunch of potions just stored away in here. Anyways, we are trying to make the strength version for the bow. Need an arrow and 4 pieces of draconium. I do need to go grab more draconium and more gold, actually. But anyways, I did just double check, and we can actually enchant the sword and the bow in here. It costs a bunch of levels, so I'm going to need to pull them out, but we can do it no problem, which is also very good. Anyways, what was I coming over here for? Oh yes, the farm. That's why I was right here, and I need this stuff. I think I still have some in there, but for now that will do. Auto, a clock, and the bow. I know I have a bunch of extra clocks. Here they are. One of these. And then just some string and some sticks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to need more upgrade cores. But for right now, that auto fire. So, like so, this now has 2 damage modules in it, boosting it from 7.88, which is such an odd number, to 11.8. Yeah, I'm going to 2, 4, 6, 8. How many can we fit? 6, 12, 18, 24, 29 times 2 is only 58, plus 7.8. Okay, so if you put everything in it, and all of these were plus 2, it ends up almost the exact same number. If you turn all of them into plus 4s, then it's double, plus 8s, so on and so forth. So yeah, this sword definitely has a higher max, but getting to that point is going to be super expensive. So for now, I think we're just sticking with Morgan. That's also not counting enchantments, which Morgan is already maxed out on, so maybe. Anyways, the Draconic Bow also gets auto fire. That's interesting. As soon as this gets infinity, it will be extra, extra good. I'll just need a single arrow at all times. Where's my... Here it is. Cool. Anyways, Whoops. I just lost a bunch of shields because I accidentally ran into that. Anyways, as soon as I get up to 75 levels real quick, which take all and then drop me down to 75 if you would. It's just going to take a moment. And then I'll go back up to 75 and we'll be all good. So, come on. What do we think is most important? There we go. The bow, flame, decrepitude, plaguebringer, infinity, all that good stuff. Didn't get power, so not quite as good as it could have been. Although I can just add it. Scavenger is nice. Frostbone, that wasn't really a good set of enchantments. We want power. I don't have power in here. How did that happen? How did I end up with absolutely no power bow or power enchantments? Um, oh yeah, I can also go ahead and reforge these things, get them legendary, and get them to superpowers. So these things are still baseline. They can be upgraded way further. Um, I'm just gonna grab some random bows real quick and try to get power on some of them real quick, and then steal it and put it on this thing, I think. Other than that, I just need to make the strength bow, or the bow strength upgrade. Um, I didn't actually save this one for some reason. There we go. There's that. I need to grab out arrows, which I believe I have stored in here. So, like so. More upgrade cores, more gold. I have all this stuff. It's just scattered everywheres at this point. Two of these things. One of them gets turned into this. I am out of draconium again. Dang it. Okay, there we go. Or I guess there's one of them. There's the second one. I could make 2 more right now if I wanted to, which, let's see, plus 50%, plus 6 in accuracy. Okay, so this one, it definitely is worth putting these ones together then, because otherwise it's going to start racking up a bunch of extra inaccuracy, which we don't really want. So that's the wrong button. So now this does 9 max attack damage. Uh, this one we're also going to want to put speed up on so it fires a bit faster, I think. But altogether, pretty good bow. As soon as I get power on it, it's going to be even better. Are there any other specific upgrades that we want right now? I mean, speed on everything would be nice. I'm going to keep wanting to add extra damage boost to both of these. I mean, the accuracy module, it seems really good, especially since this is going to keep boosting it. Um, okay, so there's a couple of things. Gravity compensation, maybe. So, at this point, it's making better Undying, upgrading our shield capacities, and then making as many damage boost and speed boosts to our weapons as possible. But I do feel a bit better about it now. Um, Yeah, I think it's time for enchants, so this could take a little bit to get, like, what I really want. Um, Other than that, I'm just waiting for some resources, and I need to put everything together, I think? Um, is there anything else specific? Like, all of this stuff would be nice, and eventually I'll make all of it, but there's nothing super jumping out at me. I need to make swiftness potions, so that's just sugar. I was thinking jump boost. Um, yep. That's 2 clocks, 2 sugar, all that good stuff. So I guess go grab these. That's going to be 1 more set of damage boost. Actually, how close am I to making that right now? More draconium stuff, more of that stuff. I'm missing the draconium, gold, iron. I still have plenty of that stuff to smelt up. So we've already seen me make some of this stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and make as much more of the damage boost as I can right now. And then I'll start some swiftness potions going as well to get some speed boosts. Okay, so first speed module done. Second speed module built. And then this one looks relatively simple to upgrade, and it is actually worth it. Goes from 10 to 25. And I'm assuming to max installable 8, so that is going to mean that these ones are going to be... Yeah, I'm gonna assume it's 8 speed modules all around, not just 8 wyvern speed modules, so you couldn't do, like, 8 of these and then 8 of these, I'm assuming, right? So that, if that's the case, then these are still gonna be better. Oh, and then that's definitely better. Anyways, the bow now has more speed on it. It doesn't, unless the other bow-specific ones are, like, super big and super expensive, I don't know how you're actually going to fill up a bow slot. And until you get, like, silly amounts of the actual shield ones, I don't think that's going to matter either. So, yeah, that we're holding off on. I don't really see the purpose for it just yet. We're not going to be using the sword until it's super powered anyways. But, this now... 1, 2... This feels pretty good. Yeah, obviously I needed it to be doing more damage, but for right now, that seems pretty effective. Relatively fast, a decent rate of fire. Honestly, I'm probably just going to be making as many upgrades for the bow as possible, because I feel like everything else is covered except for, like, extra shields. So, I'm going to make a few more of those ones. I still need to go work on the upgrades for the, or on enchantments still. Haven't done that yet. But, figured I'd showcase making at least one of every upgrade that I make. Anyways, off to the enchanting table for a little bit, and then we're going to end off. Interesting. Apparently power only maxes out at 5. Most other enchantments have been adjusted to be able to reach like 7 or something like that. Unless that's a recent change and they just did it? Okay. So apparently they have changed this and you're no longer actually supposed to be able to get above the normal enchantment things. So do not disenchant our Morgan. It will lose a bunch of power. But anyways, I used the honey thing, which I forgot I could turn... I forgot I could churn honey into enchantments. But anyways, I guess we've got to settle for power 5. Flame, Infinity, Decrepitude, Plague Bringer. And then there's not actually much else in here that I care too much about. Endless Quiver makes all arrows infinite. I don't know why that would be better. Flame 1 is max. Frostbite. I already have Flame, so I can't do Frostbite. Incurable Wounds 10, I guess I'll grab. Magic Siphon 10, not that I'm planning on fighting much. Plagueburner can be upgraded to 10, so might as well. Power 5. Punch, I don't really like. Increased crit damage, don't know what the crit chance is. Deals holy damage and slightly regenerates on hitting is nice. So, yeah, I think this is as good as this bow is going to get. And it is going to cost only 33 levels, way better than I was expecting, and we didn't actually get all of those. What did we not get? Ruthless Strikes, Incurable Wounds. Plaguebringer gets upgraded, Magic Siphon does not go on at all, and neither does Sanctified, so... I'm still gonna do it, I still have plenty of those enchantments. Attack damage did not go up with power 5, actually. It's still the same damage for some reason. But, it's still cool. And it's still a very cool, like, machine gun bow. I'm definitely going to want to get the accuracy thing, though, because the more power I add, the more inaccurate it gets. But anyways, that's probably a pretty good place to end things off. So I guess I'll keep working on getting some upgrades between episodes. Um, with Yeah, I'm gonna want a whole bunch more shields and a whole bunch more like shield regen and all that stuff before you go retry that dragon. Because we already saw that just like the baseline 130 shield is still an insta kill, so we're definitely gonna need better than that. But for right now, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank everyone one more time for watching, and a special thank you to the channel members. Yamato Tanagura, Goddess of the Starfilled Void, and the Phantom Knight. Thank you three so much for the extra support. So for real now, take care, everybody.